Hey, welcome everyone to this week's discussion on the learning moment. As always, the case is in the description below if you need a refresher on that. And please comment on this. I want to know what you're thinking and I want to see the different ideas that are out there. This week's case is Elsa with her case studies that she starts doing in the weekly team meetings. I personally love that idea. The idea of using case studies, particularly when they're real world, to help think through situations when you're not in a panic or not trying to do it, but think logically and go, what about this? What about that? I think is great. Obviously, her team is not on board with her. So one of the things I would do is first, I'd probably spend a little more time collecting evidence of why this is a good thing, making the case, convincing them. Just because you presented it and they push back doesn't mean you can't eventually make the case. What you don't want to do, though, as a manager is get to the point where you keep pushing it, and finally they're like, fine, we're not going to win this battle. You want to present a little evidence, you want to make a case, but not get overly aggressive with it. The next thing I do is I might compromise. I might say, you know what, instead of doing this every week, let's do it once a month. Somebody had suggested doing it once a quarter in the meeting, and I think that's maybe a little too long, but trying to find that middle ground, if you will. Another possibility is to do it monthly, but assign the responsibility out. So instead of saying everybody read the case study, maybe you assign it to one person, maybe like the team leader for that meeting, and say, okay, you read the case study, do a little summary for us, and then lead the discussion, develop some discussion questions. That way you're only putting the onus on one person instead of the entire team. And maybe they'll be more open to that because then it just becomes a discussion point, not I've got to read something ahead of time and then figure things out type of thing. But like I said, I would really like it. So in the end, if Elsa knows it's a good thing, she should continue to build the evidence for it. She should make some compromises as you can and definitely continue to listen to their concerns. One of the things you don't want to do is have them express their concerns and then go, great, no, we're going to do it. Because that's simply going to build a distrust in an uncomfortable environment. So you really do want to listen to them and do that. So that's my advice for Elsa this week. Please, as I said, add your notes in the comments, like this, and share the newsletter with people. We're growing the community a little bit, and I'd really like to see expand out. So if you're finding it helpful, share this with other people and let them know what a great resource it is. Thanks.